All right, guys, this is Esme, the Dean of Students, and I'm with
Landon.
Miss Amelia.
And your super co-host, Lucas Shabala. And today, our very own principal, Miss Amelia, has come here to help us. With a giant interview. Are you excited?
I'm so excited, Lucas. I've been waiting for this moment.
Yep, your biggest time in the spotlight. And this might just very well be your introduction of sorts to you for the parents at home.
That sounds great. I think Landon had a comment about being excited.
Yeah.
Can we listen to what he has to say?
I'm a little excited about it.
Excited, but not too excited, don't you think? Now, here's my first question to you. The Behind the Sun blog is gotta be your biggest thing you've done for us, for the school so far, but what has to be your favorite story in the blog? Is it my very own Django, or is it something else?
Oh, that's a tough question because there's been so many releases of Behind the Sun. But do you remember the one that Aria wrote?
No.
I really enjoyed that one. I think that was my favorite one. Which one was your favorite?
Personally, I feel like I gotta stick with Django. It's
What if you had to pick one that wasn't yours?
gonna have to go with the one that started the whole thing. 2 girls in boarding school.
That was a good one too.
Yeah.
The original, right?
Yeah, I wish there would be a continuation of sorts. It just ended abruptly, sadly.
Well, maybe we need to request the second version. What about Landon?
Landon, it's time for one of your 4 questions.
How many books does Sonnenberg have?
How many books?
Yeah.
Do you mean versions of Behind the Sun? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Do you know, Lucas? Which version are we on this week?
It's actually the beginning of the 4th volume. And
How many entries?
if I have to guess, I'd estimate that this is the 20th issue of sorts.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not really great with numbers, so I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, in our 6th to 12th math grade, math teacher, for this year at least, really hates algebra. She just wants us to do financial literacy.
And she's our math teacher?
Yeah, see, she is. Now, our next question for you. What is your approach to involving families in the community?
Well, that's a really great question, Lucas. So we have done a lot to try and get families in the door this year. With our events, and we did our pizza fundraiser. Do you remember that? And parents helped out with that. Parents didn't, necessarily come to the school for that. But next year, we have required volunteer hours for parents. So they have to volunteer at either recess duty, candy bar help, pizza fundraiser help, cleanup day, 2 cleanup days actually. And we'll have some other opportunities at the new campus as well.
Now, it's time for Landon's very own section. So, Landon, it's time to ask, Get to Know You!
So, Miss Amelia, what inspired you to become a principal?
Oh, what inspired me to become a principal?
Question. How she ever got her start here and founded this school from the roots of the... I might be being a bit too dramatic.
Oh, that was a great introduction to that question, Lucas. So what inspired me to become a principal? I think, I wasn't a principal when I started here. So I had the opportunity to get to know all of you guys before I became a principal. And I think that definitely inspired me. And I was lucky enough to very kind of happenstance get this position as a principal. And I didn't know if it would be long-term or short-term. And I'm fortunate enough that it has become long-term.
Cool.
And you guys definitely inspire me. That's what I love about my job, is being able to help you guys.
What is something most people don't know about your leadership style?
Oh, I don't know if people don't necessarily know it. Maybe like parents and students don't know this, but I really try and let all of the teachers and the administrators essentially just have the autonomy to make decisions without needing everything to come through me. And if we make mistakes, that's okay. We learn and we grow from them. And that's what I hope that they teach you guys as well, is mistakes happen and that's normal. It's part of life. And all we can do is learn and grow from those mistakes. So, I really try and push the team to be okay with making those decisions and choices, so that they feel empowered to to do the things that they think are right.
One thing you're proud of from the past school year.
I am so proud. Can I say more than one thing, or do I have to pick one?
Just choose your top 3.
Okay, top 3. The first one would be the playground.
Oh yeah,
It has
Sunnyland.
been, yes, Sunnyland. It's been so incredible seeing how exciting that has been for all of you guys. And the second one is getting a new school building for our older kids, which you both will be at.
Yeah.
And the third one would be that I think we have all done a really great job at trying to eliminate, it's not completely there yet, but reduce the instances of bullying and really showing how we care about each other and how we can come together as a school community. And that's always, I think, going to be a work in progress, but just reminding each other that we're here to support each other and make this a safe place.
To quote something I heard, when there is children bullying, there will always be bullying, sadly enough. But let's just hope that things can happen. And Landon, what's your last question?
How do you manage stress or recharge outside of work?
I hang out with my kids. You guys know that I have kids, and when I'm not here, I'm with them. So we do fun things. We go to the park, and we go swimming, and we do a lot of fun things like that.
Okay.
Concludes Landon's Get to Know You section. Now back to the normal questions. Now, this next question I have for you is kind of interesting, actually. Can you share one funny fact that you haven't shared to anyone before?
Like a funny fact about me?
Or maybe you could just tell a funny story.
Oh wow. Let me think.
Yeah. We gotta let Amelia.os recharge.
A funny story, Lucas. Okay. I have a funny story. One time, Miss Esme and Miss Amber played a really good prank on Miss Laura, and they hid inside of a box, and they jumped out at Miss Laura, and she really screamed a lot, and we have that on video.
You know, this makes me wonder, why don't we even celebrate April Fools in this building? That could be a good promo for that.
You're right.
Yeah. Another thing that is actually nagging on me a bit is Sunny the Elf does Sunny the Elf still have that $10,000 bounty on her after all this time? Remember that video?
Yeah, I do remember that. The problem is I have not talked to Sunny since she left.
She's probably working in Santa's workshop trying to get all the toys in there. I'm sorry to mention Christmas so early, by the way.
It's okay. Yeah, I'm certain and positive that Santa is reporting to her about everything that's going on here.
Good. So, I have a couple more questions for you.
Okay.
It's gonna be hard to be a principal, so what is the hardest decision you've ever made?
I have to make hard decisions a lot of times. I don't know if I have one that has been the hardest decision that I've ever had to make.
What is the hardest decision you've made as a principal, we're saying?
I had to make a decision once we're not going to talk about like who we think it is or anything, but I had to make a decision once, to have a student not be at Sonnenberg anymore. This just wasn't the right place for him. And he needed something a little different than what we offer here at Sonnenberg. So we had to ask him to go to a different school that was better suited to help support him and his needs.
Yikes. I never thought this school ever did expulsions, and Landon, that isn't something funny to laugh about. That actually...
Just laughing in my head.
Oh. Okay.
Well, that's the thing though, Lucas. You know, we
Sparsely.
it's always what's best for each student, right? And what's best for one kid might not be best for another. So we have to make sure that we're really thinking of all of the things about each and every individual student and what's best for them. And sometimes Sonnenberg isn't best for everybody, and that's okay.
I have just one more question for you, then an little surprise for someone. This question is, what was your very first job and how did you pinball from that job into being the head honcho of Sonnenberg Schools?
My very first job, like on a payroll, or because I babysat when I was really little, but
I was like a teenager.
like a teenager. I worked at Piggly Wiggly.
Ooh, shop the pig.
Yep, I did. I bagged groceries and I was a cashier.
Then you thought, yeah, that life wasn't for me, so you decided to go into the school industry.
No, I was 15 when I did that.
So what was the next big step towards Sonnenberg?
Oh, that's a long question. I had a lot of steps. Well, I when I moved home after I got my first bachelor's degree, when I moved back to Racine, I finished a second bachelor's degree in psychology. And then I started working in ABA at Sonnenberg Consultants. And then
Sonnenberg Consultants? I never knew that they had a consulting program.
Yeah, they have an ABA company. And then I went to school for occupational therapy, and then they asked me to be the OT at Sonnenberg Schools. So I did that after I got my degree. And then I decided to go back to school and get my master's in special education. And now I'm in this role.
That's such a happy ending, but we actually have one final surprise. It's our very own Miss Laura's birthday. And here is my little birthday song for Miss Laura.
She's not even here.
I know.
Oh, okay.
This is for her. And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3, 4. Happy, happy birthday to you. Happy, happy birthday to you. Happy, 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 happy birthday to you.
That was beautiful.
Thank you very much. Signing off for Landon, Miss Esme. This has been Lucas Shovel.
Amelia Fonrick.
And we hope you enjoyed this interview with the principal. Now, if you haven't, consider getting your child into this school. It's quite the place. This is us signing out.